Gabi ZIMMER, today we heard President Macron promoting Europe, more democracy, but in his own country he doesn't consult National Assembly in such an important thing as bombardment of Syria without any proof. Actually, how can we trust him?
That's a problem. Because if someone is speaking about more democracy and more sovereignty for the whole European Union and the citizens of the European Union, it means, in my eyes, that especially about question concerning peace and war, the people have also to be asked or to consulted. And yes, I know when we have different rights of constitutional rights in the member states. But if you would like to have a very high degree of participation of people, inclusion of the people, then you have to consult the direct elected chamber, and that's the parliament, it's Assemblee Nationale in France. And that's why I think there is a big difference between his vision of a new Europe, a stronger Europe, a more democratic Europe, and what he is doing every day in the political life. And he has to think about it, and he has to change his mind and his position on this point.
President Clinton was bombing Iraq when he had interior problems in the United States. And now we see President Trump also has a lot of interior problems, and he started to bomb Syria without even letting the experts to enter the research. So was President Macron acting like later Blair acted, like poodle of President Bush, and now we sense that he acted like poodle of President Trump, breaking international law, claiming that he wants to establish international law?
Yeah, I can't understand. He is criticizing on one side Trump and others as autocrat, and saying the European Union has to defend democracy against any kind of authoritarian democracy. And on the other side, he is saying immediately to Trump, please don't go out of Syria, and we will go together with you and we will attack another country. We will attack without any proof that Syria used chemical weapons. We will attack Assad. And I think this is one of the main issues I can't accept. We have international law, we have the United Nations, we have a General Secretary of United Nations, and he was warning all political sides and military sides, saying, please wait, we are sending a delegation of experts to look what happened, and please, we have to consider it in the United Nations, in the Security Council. And what Macron did was an affront against the United Nations Security Council. They didn't try to get support by United Nations. They didn't try to get a mandate by United Nations. And the only thing what we have in this world now is our United Nations and Security Council and the General Secretary and international law. We can't answer on a break of international law also with a break of international law, and then saying now the way for diplomacy is open. That's hypocrisy.
Why Macron couldn't consult European Union leaders or ministers? Because next day on Monday there was a Council of European Foreign Ministers. Why, if he says that he wants more Europe, in reality he is acting like sovereign country, sovereign leader, as sovereign autocrat even, without promoting this idea of European togetherness? Why there was no European debate?
Yes, because there wouldn't be one voice only by European Union, also by the leaders. Look to the result of the meeting of the foreign ministers of the European Union yesterday, Monday, in Brussels. There was not a clear position to say, oh, Macron did well or May did well, and it's clear, asking them before, he wouldn't get the full support of the other member states. And that's why this is a clear contradiction, a clear violation of all the principles he raised here in his speech during the debate on the future of Europe. If I would like to do more for integration, if I would like to close the gap between the different interests member states have, then I have also to work for a common system of consultation, especially in such very, very important issues as we have seen it this weekend. And for me, it was a clear violation of European and international law. And that's why I think he is standing also for national interest. The interest in his mind, he thinks, is our interest of the nation of France in Syria, because it was the influence, the region of influence of France in the past. And seeing that Russia, that USA, that Great Britain are acting there, I think he would like to show or to give a signal, oh, we are also here, we, the French, and without us there will be no solution for it. But look to the situation, we had 4 nuclear powers now acting in Syria, confronting each other. And this couldn't be the way for a sustainable and durable peace in this region and also in the world, and especially looking on the fact that rockets from Russia are directed on regions in the European Union. We have also in Germany and other countries, we have we have nuclear weapons from the past. And we have also in the Baltic countries, we have rockets directed on Russia. What he has to do and what the leaders have to do is to bring Russia back on the table of negotiation. And this will not work if Russia will be pushed more and more in the corner. There will be aggressive reactions, but if the European Union, and especially France and others, will not show that they are better, that they have another understanding, not an understanding of power, only power interest of nations and special persons, we will not succeed. And that's the way that we have to say to Macron every day. He has a responsibility for Europe in peace, for a world in peace, and you can't make a split between more democratization and saying, okay, we would like to get to defend democratic values, but the main important issue, the question of war or peace, we will not act democratically. That's not possible.